Hey, good morning. Good morning. How's everybody today? Or I should say good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the part of the world while you're watching. Welcome to Yellow Brick Road Reselling. So normally I package up orders, but I don't have very many. So I went ahead and figured we would do some reselling talk. When people get in here, I'll just hang out for a little bit at reselling. So hopefully you guys have some good questions that you can ask. If you are late to the show, leave a comment down below. I'm thinking about doing a show because Wednesdays my packages usually aren't very many. So I'm thinking about having like a question and answering period. So if you don't make it to my lives because you don't live on the East Coast and you would like me to answer some questions, leave me a comment down below and I will talk about them on my next probably Wednesday show. Will be most likely when I just start packaging as people start to roll in so we can just get stuff going with chatting more than packaging. So I gotta take the price tag off these. I always take my prices off when I go to ship, not when I purchase them. So I sold this planner, Monday I did a show and I sold a planner that had rainbows on it. That thing has been sitting in my shop since, and somebody finally bought it. And then literally I packaged it. Oh, you didn't see it because I packaged it yesterday. And literally 10 minutes after I got into packaging, I hadn't had a chance to take it down yet from Etsy, and somebody bought it on Etsy. Come on. It's been around since July. Hey, good morning, Michelle. I am up early because I've got company. So my in-laws moved in yesterday. And today and honestly on Wednesdays, I don't like going live. I like watching, I know I say it all the time. I like watching Scott, the bearded picker, and he goes live at 9 Eastern on Wednesdays. So when I started this channel and started doing these lives, he was going Tuesdays and Thursdays. Well, he switched to doing just Wednesday. So he's messed with me. So what I'm going to probably do is I'm actually thinking about, and I think I mentioned it last week, changing this show to Thursday show instead. So I'm thinking about doing that. But now that we've changed the clocks, I am up early. I'm up earlier than normal because I really go by the sun. Like when the sun sets, I'm ready for bed. When the sun comes up, I'm ready to get up. In the winter, it's tough because that means I'm ready to go to bed at 4:30 in the afternoon. Sometimes it's like 6 p.m. and it's in the middle of December and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm ready for bed right now and it's only 6. It's kind of like that last night. Actually, I think it was, although I did stay up till I think 10 o'clock last night when I went to bed because we had company. So they were up and I kind of stayed up. But seeing I don't know how long they're going to be living with us. They could be with us for a month, 2 months, 2 weeks. I don't know. I'm not going to be like this all the time based upon them because, yeah, it could be months. So good morning, Carlene, and good morning, Sandy. Right. I just got a way to send out today. 4 things. Very, very low sales day. Yesterday was pretty good, though. I mean, not as good as like a Monday. Mondays are always good after a weekend. But I ended up, I listed some things yesterday. I was hoping that was going to bump some stuff up again, but I didn't really see any sales growth. A lot of times the day I list, because I don't always list every day, I list kind of maybe 3 or 4 days a week. And I find that the days I do list, it kind of bumps me up in my, like I normally do. So Michelle wants to know how my father-in-law is. Stubborn. I will say that. For those who weren't around on Monday when I shared, he had a heart attack last week. He had actually been having the heart attack for multiple days before he actually went to the hospital. And they replaced one of the stents that they had put in previously. I guess it had failed, so they redid that. He's still having chest pains. He's still having pressure. He also, I think, is having a drag in his leg. He says it hurts. So I told him I got to clear out I have an inversion table. I said, I got to clear that, like around it is got boxes and stuff for me to go through to sell. And so I said, I got to clear that out so we can get you down here and put you on the inversion table. And he said, he goes, I don't want to do it because last time your husband put me on it and he didn't like it. And I said, well, most likely, so an inversion table is, instead of like laying flat, right? So when you're in bed table, if this is your head, you tilt yourself. Some people go completely, what is that, 180? Some, or 90 degree, whatever, I don't know. Like you go completely down. But for me, I go like this much down, right? So it's just barely with your head down. And it relieves the pressure on your spine. And when I have sciatica, I had it for months a few years ago. And I bought this inversion table and I got on it and I did it for 5 minutes a day, twice a day, about, I think it was about a week. And within a week, I didn't have any pain anymore. And so now when I start to feel my back hurting me, I'll get on that inversion table. Maybe only once a year now, if that. It's been a while since I've gotten on it. It's probably, maybe has even been 2 years since I've had to get on it. But I'm not getting rid of it because it was a miracle worker after going to the chiropractor and putting creams on it and all these other things for my back. That was the only thing that helped. It was remarkable. So I told him he's got to get all the way upside down. That would be my guess. Here we are. Like I thought I grabbed some more 864 boxes. Remember I ran out on Monday. Yeah, so he's stubborn. So I was coming downstairs and I said, I got some stuff upstairs that needs to come down. And because I did some sourcing yesterday and I said, oh, what can I bring? Because I threw down some empty boxes. So they were at the bottom of the stairs. And I said, I can't bring anything heavy because I got to move boxes when I get to the bottom. And he's like, what do you need to be brought down? I'll bring it down. You are resting. We told him when he gets here, he's got to rest for at least a week. And he's like, the doctor said I can lift 10 pounds. And I said, well, not going up and down a stair, you're not. So, he's not happy. He is not somebody who likes to sit in the sidelines. He does not like that at all. I told him, probably not very nice, but if you knew my relationship with him, I told him to shut his trap hole this morning. But he knows I'm joking. Because then I said, no, we're only doing that because we all to overdo it. So he's a good guy. Like I said, he's been on the show a few times. He comes in and says goodbye to me when he's leaving and stuff like that. So I sold some of these snowball coffees. Somebody really, really lowballed me on these a couple weeks ago, and I declined it because they're still selling every now and then. They did expire in July, but you know what? We drink these, and they taste perfectly fine. So I will continue just to keep drinking them. Oh, let me make sure I took the price tag off. I almost shipped it with the price tag on. $4.99 for these. Let me tell you what I sold it for. I don't like taking this price tag off because it's right where the perforation is. So if I push too hard to scrape it with my little Scotty peeler, I hate that. Literally, it's like right here and you guys can't see it. Let me see. I hate that I never get to show you what I'm doing. There's a little bit. You still see me a little bit and you get to see. So I'm just trying to scrape this. What I need to do is heat this up. I should have done it before I went live. So if I heat it with a blow, stickers are so horrible to pull off. They are ridiculous. So I said this morning when I first got on, which nobody's ever around when I first talk. I never know what to say when I first come up live because nobody's here. And it's really literally only the people who are going to be watching it in replay that are going to hear whatever I say. So I said this morning, I only got 4. So my plan is to get these packaged and then we could just kind of talk, sit around and talk. A few things. I've had some questions that have come my way recently and I wanted to kind of address those on reselling. And then, I don't know, whatever is on your mind. Let's talk about it. Let's do it. I'd like to do that At least once a week it would be nice, because especially in the days like now when I don't have a lot of orders, it would just be nice to be able to do that. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I didn't tell you how much I sold this for. $7 plus shipping. All right, not a big money maker. So I'd already dropped the price considerably because it had expired. 13 ounces. Good morning, Jen. Thanks for coming. As always, thanks for coming back. I love seeing you guys all the time. I feel like you guys have become family. My YouTube family. All right, her name is Christina. She spells it Crestina. It's like Christina. It's different spelling. And then I sold this, which I think I got 3 left, and I'm debating on selling them. I think I might take them down because this is what I use to shave, and these are expensive. So they had these at Christmas time. They went on sale, and I bought a bunch of them to resell. So it says up to a $20 value. They paid $24.55. So I'm gonna pull that off. It's perforated, so it comes off. It was right here. I just pulled that off. There's no other pricing on it, so I'm gonna leave it. Hey, good morning, Tactile. So I use a bunion. Let me show you what I use. There's a link down below, I think. Well, probably not below in my videos, because I put my description down below. Let me cut this since I just took it off. I'm going to show you. Oh, can I show you? I don't. You know what? You know what would be easier? I should have just done this to begin with. Hold on. It's called a munbian or something like that. Hold on. Let me put that back. I'm just going to grab my camera. Stay. I'm going to grab my camera and show you. To grab the camera than it is for me to. All right, this is what I use right here. I think it's similar to like the I don't know, like the zebra or one of those. Okay, hold on. My camera's gonna shake and rattle here. All right, I wanted to show you. That's the name of it. Munbian. So you can use, I got this little stand with it, and you can use rolls, or underneath there you can put the flat ones like you get from UPS. So this one, I looked at the reviews on it. Gosh, I should have turned it off while I was doing all that shaking. Too early in the morning for all that. I looked at the reviews. I was looking at the Rolo, the Zebra. I used to have his Dymo 4XL, and I had to reset it all the time. So I had to unplug it, wait for the blue light to go off, plug it back in, like on a regular basis. So people who have been following me know that I had to do that like all the time. So I ended up ordering this one after looking at the reviews, and the reviews were wonderful on it. And people were saying it was the #1 selling thermal printer on Amazon. And people were saying that it was very similar to like the Rolo or whatever. There's one that's exactly this design. And they're saying it's exactly like it. So the price was better. So I went with this one. Okay, so for those who are late, this is what I sold. Chic Intuition. These are expensive. So I paid $24. But these are, well, it says up to a $20 value. Somebody paid $24 for it. I think I'm gonna just bag it. Just looking on the, I don't know if my bags are big enough, but I'm hoping I can keep it in the first class rate. It's not very heavy. Oh yeah, it will fit. Sweet. Okay, it's gonna fit in my bag, but I want to put some bubble on the top because I want some cushion on the blades. You can already see So if you push on this, you can feel that it like pushes on the blade. I can feel the blade. I don't want it to like crack the soap or whatever. Hey, good morning, Claudia. Hey, what season are you in right now, Claudia? Hello, everyone. Tamara. While I watch the ads, still one more to go. Oh, sorry, guys. My video. Sometimes I forget. Finally, I won't skip your ads. Oh, I think I might get more money when somebody doesn't skip an ad. I don't even really know. I don't know. Honestly, I only make like $70 this month. I think $70 on ads. So nothing huge, but it pays for StreamYard. That's really the big thing I wanted it to do, was to pay for StreamYard. And that's what it does. All right, so I got to go this direction. The maker with YouTube. I was watching, I don't remember what kind of channel they are on YouTube. Not a reselling channel. And they were showing, maybe it was an RV channel. They were showing how much money they make. They were showing their page. Oh my gosh. They make like, it was like, I think $160,000. And I'm sure they probably have employees. They probably have people who edit their videos and all that kind of stuff. But they were, I watched Brian Christopher Slots, and he gets like 8,000 people on his lives. It's just crazy. He must make some good money. But his is a slot machine channel, and he's been betting higher and higher, like $50 spins. So it's got to cost him a lot of money to do that. All right, so I was able to get this still at 12 ounces. So I'm going first class with it. It's a Benjamin. Bet you it's not for Benjamin. All right, what was the front? And I can't tell the front. I was going to put the label on the back, because that's when they put it on the belt, it's going to be with the label up. So I thought that might be better for it. But I can't tell what's up and what's down. Tactile Z, if you wanted, in some of my videos, there's a link to a Munyon. It goes to like Munyon has a website. I would appreciate that. I get a little kickback if you're gonna end up buying that one, right? If you go with the Rolo, then yeah, just go with the Rolo. I did look the other day. Did I tell you guys that I lost my Amazon affiliates because I didn't put a disclaimer that I could make money if you click the link? So I went back and I added the disclaimer. They'd given me a warning, right? So then I went and added it. Well, they ended up taking down my Amazon affiliate. So I added the disclaimer, so I argued it. And they ended up giving it back to me. It took like 2 months for them to get back and say, yeah, okay, we'll give it back to you. By then I had taken down all of the affiliate links, and I just changed everything. And they said, so I went into my account now that I could log back in to see how much money I had even made on it. And I'd made $7. I'm like, it's not worth me going through. I know some people do really well, but I think you have to have enough viewers to make it worthwhile. On Amazon, always go to a channel that you like to watch and click on their affiliate link. Let's say you're watching, like for me, I watch RV channels since we've got our new Class C motorhome. And I'll go and I'll click on a link of a channel I like to watch. Let's say it's for a new sewer line, right? New sewer hose to dump our waste. I'll click on that, but you don't have to buy that item. You can shop on anything. So for like the next 24 hours, anything you buy on Amazon, they get a kickback. Anything except for a few seconds of time to pull up that video and click on it. So just so you guys know, it doesn't cost you anything, and it helps support a channel who may not be making very much money for the amount of time. I mean, think about it. I make $70 a month, and look at how much time I give to YouTube. So yeah. Okay, so the only other thing I got, I only had 4 orders today, is I sold this Pampered Chef. I think it's like a coffee thing. I think you like put beverages in here. and for it. I think that's what it was called. I'll tell you. I sold it on. Oh, hold on. Add another one of those sushi roll things to my list. If you can't find the one I probably left there. Okay, my son wants a sushi roll thing for Christmas to my list. It's the only thing you've told me. I think I have it here. I gotta look for it. I'm pretty sure I have it here. All right, so Pampered Chef coffee or soup mug with gripper and lid. Sold on Facebook Marketplace. But look, right here you can see Pampered Chef. Oh, and it says it down here. Pampered Chef. So I saw this at a garage sale, and I'm like, you know, when I ever sold for a direct selling company, I wanted everything that was promotional for the direct selling company. Want to see what I got? Want to see what caught my eye? I'm going to move you guys again. Hold on. You're going to see my mess. Okay. Can you see that out there? That's what caught my eye. Look, there are birds of another sort. Those are my turkeys. Turkeys are back. Because it's not turkey season right now, I don't think. So yeah, Claudia, super sushi roll mat. Yes, what a super cheap item to pick as a Christmas gift. Yeah, he loves sushi, and I bought him. It was probably 10 years ago. He was still in high school, I'm pretty sure. I got him the sushi roll sticks and one of the like a little stuff that you'd put like your soy sauce or whatever in to dip it in. Oh, the cat's walking by. I'm like, what are they doing? Oh, they're gonna go after my cat. They are. They're walking towards him. They're walking at a fast pace towards him. Oh no, they stopped. You don't want to mess with Pip. He will take you out. All right, sorry. I get so distracted. My father-in-law was saying there was some deer there this morning, but I haven't seen any deer in our backyard for a while. I'm pretty sure the hunters from Connecticut that come and hunt, they hunt a very small piece of property that borders our property, and they sit right at the border of our property, and they look at our property. Their tree stands are facing our property. And my husband's like, there's no way they're not shooting items. And my brother-in-law said that somebody was in his shooting shack. But they shot have been hanging in my backyard all summer. It's just a small buck. It's only a 1-year-old buck. The buck was here last year, but it didn't have antlers. This year it came out with antlers. You just get attached to ones in your backyard. I don't like that. I don't like when people shoot my babies. That's my husband knows. The rule is when you hunt here, if you're hunting on our property, you do not shoot anywhere near my backyard. Like if you're going to shoot something and it's on the other side of our property yard, it's kind of fair game, but don't shoot it in my backyard. And unfortunately, the other hunters are not that far from where I live. And the deer was on its way to my backyard. My brother-in-law told me. I think I shared that story with you guys when it happened. I was not happy. All right, I'm going to wrap this up. Yeah, so I gave him that sushi mat, and you know, he likes to cook. So I think I told you guys when I moved him into his apartment, well, actually out of his apartment into their new townhome, and I was so thankful that he invited my son to come and move with him, because I didn't want my son to have to, find another place to live when he could stay with him. But he, what was I saying? I got a text and I read it and it just kind of drew my blank away. But yeah, I was so impressed that they're like the stuff that they have on hand for food and all that. So I'm glad that he cooks meals and doesn't just eat like TV dinners and rice-a-roni or stuff like that. Out there scratching at my window now. Listen, Bonehead, go upstairs. You can go in. The door upstairs is open. We've had unseasonably warm weather. It's been in the 50s this week. Actually, I think it even got to 60 on Monday. Okay, so I wrap this up so it won't break. Hey, good morning, Holly. I came on early. If you buy the groceries to make sushi, some of them can be expensive, like the good Japanese seasoning vinegars and wines. I wonder if he has any of that. All the turkeys are back here. I wonder if they're hunting them down. All right, let me just see if the cat's right here. I swore I heard him scratching. I think sometimes it might be my printer might be doing something. My brother printer. I don't know why they're all just standing around. All right, I'm going to take just one more sliver of this, and I'm going to wrap these two together. So this in the box and be like, oh, it didn't come with the cover. So I'm going to take them, put them together. Actually, maybe I'll tape it. I'm going to tape them together, right? That'll work. You ever do that? Sometimes send somebody something and it's small that goes with something else and they're like, oh, I didn't get whatever. And you're like, yeah, it was in the box. And they go back and they look and they find it in the box. Or you yourself have bought something and that's happened to you. All right, I'm going to tape it all the way around. If they're a reseller, they're going to be unhappy they can't reuse this bubble wrap because I just taped the heck out of it. Okay, I'm going to wrap it though one more time. I'm not going to tape this one. Let me get a 776 box. Oh, I got one right here. Even better. Right here. I think it's going to fit. Ooh. I don't know. Let's tape it. It may not fit. Actually, I got one over there already taped. See that right there? See that right there? But I'm not going to crawl over and grab it. I don't know why they're just standing there. They're not even eating. They're just standing. Literally, they've gotten a lot closer outside my window. Winter in Wisconsin is coming. Yeah, I think they call for snow here in New York on the weekends. Rain, and then it turns to snow, I think, by Sunday. Let's see if this will fit in here. Maybe too big. Ooh, I think it's going to be too big. Let me create my shipping label. Let me see how. I think I'm going to put it in a shoebox. The problem with the shoe boxes is, to me, they're not. The sides are thinner than like that size box. This was a did I tell you it was a Facebook Marketplace? What did you? Oh my gosh, Holly! Thank you so much for asking. Holly wanted to know what I did about the Ray Dunn. Oh my gosh, hold on. This is I put this as first class. Man, you guys, I keep messing up big time on my shipping on Facebook. There's no way that's first class. Shoot. That means I cannot use a priority mailbox. So what I've been doing when I mess up on the shipping is I still just ship it and I'll take the whatever if the post office comes at me. Or if they make my buyer pay, I will immediately refund my buyer any. I'll probably just refund their whole purchase price plus the shipping just for the inconvenience. But I don't want to cancel. Okay, hold on and we'll get back to what happened. Let me grab a box. Let me try this eBay box. Okay, actually before. So I hung up with you guys on Monday. So for those who were not here Monday, which I think most of you were, but in case the lurkers weren't, I had a planner that I sold and I couldn't find it. And I'm like, come on, I just spent like almost a whole day inventorying every single planner I have, everything, like to make sure what was on Etsy was on eBay, which was on Facebook, like went through and made sure nothing that I had sold was listed anymore. And like it took a long time because I got a lot, and all, not just planners, like all my paper stuff I sell. So I said, I'm just going to look around because I don't know if you guys remember a couple months ago this happened, you guys, but I ended up, I think, refunding it, or no, I got them to take a different planner. I offered another planner and they accepted it. So in this case, so that time I was cleaning up like weeks later and there was a brown bag sitting right behind me on the floor. And I'm like, what's in here? And I opened it and I'm like, oh, stuff I sourced that I need to list. And I'm like, oh no, I've listed it. So what happens is sometimes I'll buy something, and if it's something I've listed before but sold out of, additional quantity if it's still listed, but maybe I only have one left, but I just bought another one. And so it brought it down here, but I had listed it like upstairs or sometimes in the store, sometimes in my car, like not even, sometimes I haven't even bought it yet and I'm at the store and I'll just update it. So I ended up finding that planner. I think it may have been the one I sold that last week or on Monday. So I said, all right, I'm going to look around just to double check, because I'm like, there's no way I messed up. I have been so good. Looked everywhere, couldn't find it again around here. And I said, I'm just going to go look in the bin right here, I think it is, or this one of these. And so I pulled it out and I looked, and I'm like, I can't believe it's not, I just don't understand it. I really was dumbfounded with where it happened. Oh no, it's right there in the bin. The bin that I looked in like 4 times was right there. But it just didn't, the way I had them in there previously, somehow that one had fallen down, and so I hadn't even canceled it yet. I went back after I looked all around. I went back to my computer and I looked at I looked to see if there was anything else in my store that I could offer them, because remember, this was an international order. So I didn't want to, somebody had suggested just sending them something and then just refunding them. And I'm like, wow, it's international. I don't want to pay international shipping to send somebody something that they didn't order just to have a tracking number. I didn't want to afford the defect. I'll be okay in a month if I take that defect would have put me on the verge of the next defect would have brought me to above average on eBay. So yeah, I found it. So yeah, that was that story. Woo-hoo. And again, the other one that I thought I'd lost, I found. So it's my own fault, folks. It is my fault. Even though I have a pretty good system, if I don't use it properly, that's what happens. And in that case, though, I just overlooked it. And I tell you, I found it, came back here, and I said, thank God, close to canceling. And I said, I'm going to go look one more time. Thank gosh I looked. So it's on its way. But I did have to cancel. I did have to cancel one. I think I said it this morning when I first started. I sold a planner on Monday morning, packaged it. No, yesterday morning, packaged it, and I hadn't had a chance. So I was running late yesterday. I almost didn't even make it to the post office by 1:30. So I packaged everything and I ran to the post office and then do all the taking down and do all the stuff I normally do right away. And I ended up selling it while I was driving to the post office. I'm like, this has been listed since July, and I sold 2 in one day. I offered them another one and they said no, a different type, same exact interior but a different cover, and they said no. So they said go ahead and cancel. So I said cancel, but I said buyer and seller agree on that sale. The thing with Etsy is they have this new star seller program, which I am a star seller, and if you have too many cancellations, you lose your star seller, which I'm looking for my thing right here. So I'm going to cut this box down so I don't have to fill it with stuff. So this is still that Pampered Chef thing, which, yeah, I messed up on shipping on this. Oh, and it's going all the way to Washington, Spokane. It was probably within like 5 minutes of stopping my live, and I was like, oh my gosh, I want to bring everybody back and tell them I found it. Thinking after all that talking I did about it with you guys and seeing if anybody had one, and I tried to find one on eBay, but they didn't send internationally. I was hoping just to buy it and send it to them. I'll drop ship. I think we talked about that. I'll drop ship. If I can find before canceling, I'll order it from somebody else, even if it costs me a little bit. So I'm resizing my box. So I took this 8-inch eBay box and I score it. And now I'm just gonna change it to this size. But when I use that little tool I got, it works really well. All right, I'm gonna cut the flaps. It'll make it a little bit lighter in case of Etsy transaction. You made a sale. There's a little fruit fly type bug flying around. I'll tell you, this warm weather has brought out the bugs. The mosquitoes are ridiculous right now. Okay, let's take this box. Let's do this. Let's print. Thankfully, my postal guy never checks my weights. I never get dinged with him. I hardly ever get dinged at all. Okay. So I'll show us how that box resizer works. Oh, sorry about that. I know sometimes I do. Most of the time it's the same people in here, so I hate to show the same stuff all the time. But this is the resizer I work, and I love it. Hey, good morning, drummer. So what you do is this goes up and down, and you can tighten it. So pretend this is my box. Here's a box I've cut up. And let's say I had to resize it. What I'll do is I'll take this and you tighten it. So you measure where you want it to score. So this down here scores. So you measure it. So up or down, right? And then when you figure out where you want it, you tighten this. And then you're on the inside of the box. I'm going to show you on the outside, but pretend I'm on the inside. So you take this and you roll it. And then this handle, put pressure on it and you go across and it will score. Let me show you. I don't know if you can see. All right, see the dots right there? It'll score it. It didn't go straight because I'm not doing it right now. I'm just showing you what it does. It'll score it. So then I take my knife and I'll cut down to the score line. I use one of these. I got it for like $1 at Walmart on clearance. And I cut it down and then I just bend it over. So it gives you nice, crisp, clean, professional looking edges. Use this all the time. I love it. There are different types out there that are just this, and it's like, it almost looks like this, but it has that scoring thing right here. So you just go like this and score it. How do you keep a straight line? I need the dummy version, which is this right here, because it leans against the edge and so you just go along the edge and it makes it a straight line. I would not do well if I had to freehand it. No siree. Wait, let me put that away. I got that on Amazon, I think. I don't know. I bought it a while ago. But I think they're all over the place. I think like Bubble Fast sells it and stuff like that. I think that was it for shipping, folks. I got 20 minutes. I was going to do an hour show today. Let me just double check. Any chance you'll be in Potsdam anytime soon? Oh my gosh. Somebody wants to buy something from me. It's a $45 item though. You know how many minutes I live from Potsdam? Minutes. Like really, you can't drive 10 minutes? Oh, and they live in Norwood, right? So Norwood is like 7 minutes away. I want to say, do you know where West Stockholm is? Because that's where I live. Do you know where that is? It's not that far. Come on, people. But you know what? I want to say I'll meet up with her. Maybe she wants to do a meetup. But yeah, I will. No, thank you. So this is by Life on Facebook. Is this still available? And I said, yes, it's available. And they replied, no, thank you. Then why did you ask me if it was still available? Come on. You know what it is? When you're scrolling, it's so easy to hit that, is this available? Like, will you ask me? I'm telling you, sometimes I can't handle stupid. Alrighty. Guys, anybody have any? I am just here now to chat with you until 9 a.m. So, which is 20 minutes by my schedule. Now I wish I had coffee to drink. That's what I wish. So, any questions? I did want to tell you guys that I have been, somebody contacted me. I don't think he ever watches my channel. I sent him a link to one of my videos, and he followed up with another question. I'm like, "Have you watched the video I sent you?" And he's like, "Well, I started, but not really. I need to watch it." I'm like, "Yes, watch it before you." They wanted to know about Vendoo versus List Perfectly, which one I prefer for cross-posting platform. And I told them that I currently really prefer List Perfectly. Now that video, I told them that in the video I said I liked Vendoo more. And how many of you on here are using a cross listing program? I was going to show you guys how the two different ones quickly, but you know what? I don't even have Vendoo anymore. So the Vendoo, well, first of all, he said, is it really worth doing a cross listing program versus doing it yourself? And I said, absolutely. Like when I used to manually do it, it would just take so much time. You'd be copying and pasting and all this stuff. The fact that you can click a button and it brings all that stuff over for you. Now you do still have to click on things like when I do a cross listing on Facebook and I'm using List Perfectly, if pretty much fills in everything in the category and I have to click on which category that it's supposed to be in. And sometimes it'll pop up with suggested categories, which is nice because I can just click. Like last night I was doing some holiday ornaments and I could quickly click on holiday ornaments, but there was times when it wouldn't. It would say it's a figurine or something like that. So I'd have to go through the whole process of clicking on all those different things. It's kind of a pain. So, hey, good morning, Pam. Do you bundle on Makari? I had someone ask me to bundle. I hardly ever sell on Makari. Very, very, very rare do I have a sale on Makari. I'm actually thinking about not even listing on Makari anymore, cross posting. I know some people do really well on it. I don't know if I maybe just don't sell the type of things. Now, I will admit that on eBay, I have like almost 2,000 items listed. I think I'm at 19. Wow. It was 1987 sales, and I haven't listed as much. And actually, let me tell you how much I have listed, because now I'm curious. How many do I have listed right now? 1985. So I have, almost 2,000 on eBay, and on Makari, I only have 300. And because at one point I put a bunch on Makari, and things just don't sell. And on Makari, I find that you have to keep things fresh. So you have to promote it or end it, relist it. Like it just felt like that was a lot of work. So Makari, and I just haven't spent much time on it. So I don't think I've ever bundled. Well, I take that back. I know I've bundled before. What I'll do is they'll tell me what they want and I create a listing, and it'll say listing for Stitch It. And then I'll take one of the listings and I'll edit it, and I'll edit the title to say listings for Stitch It, and then I'll put the pictures of what they want to buy, and I'll add to the description of what they wanted to bundle with it, and and then I'll list it. That was it there, or was it somewhere else? I did that, maybe Facebook. I did that for somebody one time, and somebody else bought it, even though it said a bundle for Stitches. Somebody else bought it. Oh, geez. Good morning. You're early today, getting the kids ready and off to school. I am early. I'm going to the casino. Today's Wednesday. That's what I do. And I mentioned to my mother-in-law, who's here living with us now, yesterday, and she goes, "Oh, I want to go with you." And then tomorrow I'm actually taking a road trip to do some sourcing, because I have wiped out around here what I normally buy, and I know I'm going to need more, so I'm going to go sourcing tomorrow. I started Vendoo 6 months ago. What do you think of it, Pam? Because I really like Vendoo, and I liked the way that the interface was. I paid for the importing because that's an extra charge. You have to list on Vendoo. I like to list on eBay because eBay requires the most item specifics. So if I did Vendoo, I would end up going back to eBay and editing all of my listings to add the item specifics. So I like to list on eBay, and then I was importing into Vendoo and then listing from there. Well, the problem with Vendoo, and I've noticed up to like a month ago, it was still an issue with my account, was cross posting on Facebook. And my sales are good on Facebook. So I want to keep doing that. And I didn't want to have to manually do it. I did list perfectly in July when that issue became a big issue with me with Vendoo. And when I got back, I downgraded my Vendoo because I went on vacation. And then when I got back, I just kept using List Perfectly because I was able to cross post to all those platforms that I specifically Facebook that I was having a problem with Vendoo. So I'm kind of bummed because I really liked Vendoo. I still like it overall over all of them. If I wasn't selling on Facebook, I would be doing Vendoo. Star seller, and I see Claudius is here. So the star seller rating includes only number of 5-star reviews, message answering, and shipping on time. No percentage of cancellations or returns included at the moment. Oh, that's nice to know. Thank you for telling me that. I didn't realize that. So I have 3 accounts on Etsy. I had 4. I got rid of 1. I've got 3. I'll make it sure. Yeah, 3. And 2 of them are star seller. The other one is not star seller because I just don't have enough sales. But my vintage store, which, it does okay. It doesn't do that great, but because of what I sell in the other store, that I used to sell it all in one store, and that's what brought me my sales up. So I mean, I've done pretty well. I'm star seller on both, so I'm happy with that. I know a lot of people that aren't star seller on the Etsy forums. They're like, it's not worth it, and don't worry about it if you're not star seller. But you know what? Anytime there's a promotion, there's a reason they have it, and I strongly bumps to people who have it. So I'd like to keep it. My sister, who does not have it, but she sells a ton on Etsy. She actually, I should share her link. Hold on. Let me grab her link because I should make sure she's available today. Oh, wait a minute. It just said I had an order. Wait a minute. What did I sell? I have an order on Etsy. Oh, I sold a Christmas tree stand. Oh, I gotta package that. That was a clearance I got on Walmart last year. All right, let me grab. If you guys could do something for me, let me see if she's a star seller yet. No, I don't want to click on that ad. No, don't ever click on the ads because then they have to pay. Go down and click where it's not an ad. I hear my husband snoring upstairs. It's ridiculous. Okay, so she is not a star seller. Come on, Amy. All right, so look at this. If you guys could do me a favor, go to this store. I probably could have put in the nice easy one without all that other jumble below it. But it's Vermont Maple on Etsy. And if you go to her store, send her a message. It could be as easy as, hey, Tamara says to come and say hi, right? Something like that. So she can reply, because her only defect to not be star seller was replying to messages in a timely manner. Because she goes, there's times, as you all know, somebody will send you a message that you don't really need to reply to. And especially reply to spam, or because sometimes people will be like, hey, you should come and promote your items on this platform. I'll get those messages and I don't want to reply back because it's like, I don't even want to take time to do anything with that person. They're spamming me. Well, to stay with star seller, you have to reply within 24 hours. So a couple weekends ago, I was with her and everybody in the room was all sending her a message so she could up her percentage of responding in a timely manner. So I'll tell her I just did that today. That'll help get her up to star seller. Bundling is easy. This is what Michelle says about Makari. I know I'm behind in messages here. Create a listing specific for the customer. Make it a limited time thing. Yeah, so that's what I do. That's what I do when I did it. I think I've only done it maybe once or twice, but it's probably been over a year. I just don't sell Makari. As you see, I don't do much. I did sell some boots yesterday, though. Some duck boots. I almost hung on to them to ship today, so I'd have something to show you guys. But heard on another channel that if you promote at 5%, then your item gets pushed over to Google and will show up there for searches. Tried to look this up to see if it was true or not, but couldn't find it. So are you talking about 5% on on Etsy or eBay? So Etsy has a program where let me show you guys something. Trying to figure out, hold on, let me see where. I don't think it's going to show anything that is personal, but I never know, right? So yes, I logged in. I'm like, oh, I got an order. So right here, so like it says you're a star seller for November. So I get a badge in my store. So let me show you my store and you'll see where the badge is. So see right here, there's a badge right here that says star seller. So this is my Etsy store. It's Yellow Fox Company. I sell vintage craft supplies. I do have a question on this. I got to find out how many ounces are in that teapot. But right, let me just lower that right there. All right, so I'm going to come back over to here. So right here it says, wowza, you made 10 sales from offsite ads. So I do enough orders that come offsite that it makes it worth it for me. All right, so see, I just sold this Christmas tree stand. This was from an offsite ads. So I had $80 in sales in the last 30 days from offsite ads, and it cost me $12. So what that is with Etsy, if you sell on Etsy, you have the ability to do offsite ads. It costs you 15% of your thing. So right up here it says a 15% advertising fee. When you hit $10,000 in sales, it goes down to like 12 or 13%, which mine should not say 15% anymore because I am below that. Let's figure that out. Let me grab my calculator. So the order was $20.96 times 15% is $3.14. All right, so I've got to ask Etsy, why am I still 15% when my sales, let me go to my dashboard here. See, it's 11,000. So if my sales are at 11,000, why am I paying 15% still? It should be less. Question. So you can turn off offsite ads unless you hit that $10,000 mark, and then you can't turn them off. It's mandatory. So a lot of people don't like that, and they'll actually increase their prices, or some people just go off from Etsy altogether because of that. I don't mind it. I get a lot of orders from offsite ads, and I just increase all of my prices on Etsy are higher than eBay, and it helps kind of offset that. But I get plenty of sales on Etsy that I would. Let's see. I'm just looking through messages here. I would love to do better on Makari, but listings get buried pretty quickly. Yeah, Makari's just not for me. Hey, good morning, Anissa. She's been listening. Yes, that's what I do. List on eBay, then pull into Vendoo. I don't do Facebook. Okay, so you're good. If you don't do Facebook, then you're good with Vendoo. I really do like Vendoo. It's so easy with a click of a button and to pull listings down. I don't do that anymore. I literally go to every platform and take stuff down. Does she know we will be messaging her? She doesn't, Holly. I will send her a message though. I'm sure she'll be fine with it. She'll reply to them at lunchtime. Message replying is a bottleneck to many sellers. They are 5-star sellers, but they struggle with messages. Yes, because they expect you even on the weekends If you get a message on Saturday, you better reply. All right, hold on. What's he doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? You're making a lot of noise. Can you go somewhere else, please? Anybody else have a cat who loves to just lie on things? Like, it could be an empty room, but if there's a bag somewhere, like an empty bag, he'll go lay on the bag. If there's a towel, like when I'm trying to fold clothes, he's got to lay on top of the clothes. He just lays on things all the time. He's over there snooping. I don't know. Maybe there's a mouse in here he's trying to get. Within 12 months. I know, Claudia, and I did that. I don't understand why I'm at 15%. Do I have to manually go and change it to 12%? I don't know why I'm still getting charged 15. Anyway, I raise my prices all the time. So, like, if I sell something for 20 on eBay, I sell it for 25 on Etsy. All right. So, you can mark messages as spam. It is easy. One just has to follow the messages coming in and mark the bad ones as spam. And Etsy recognizes as, so she knows. And it's only, from what I understand, it's only the original message. So if you received a message and you replied, then if somebody says something again, like thank you, you don't have to say you're welcome, right? You don't have to just keep going back and forth. If they just say thank you, you can just leave it at that. You don't have to do something else. Oh, my sister just answered your Etsy message. I wonder if she's working today. She's got such a weird schedule, that woman. I think I've told you guys before, she works as a nurse. She works as a nighttime nurse doing triage for hospice patients. So pretty much she gets calls if somebody's having in a lot of pain, if they've died. A family will call in the middle of the night to say that so and so died. So she works all night long, but she can sleep in between her phone calls or in between the pages and stuff. And then she gets up in the morning and goes and since COVID, she's been getting up and going and working hospice, visiting patients during the day and doing all that. So it's a nice paycheck. She's been able to pay off her house and a ton of other stuff. She used to do Amazon. She started Amazon. Oh, here's my sister. Hold on. I'm going to answer her and let's see what she says. Good morning. Oh, okay. Did you? Oh, yeah. That's what Holly just says. Your sister just answered my message. We're talking about Star Seller, and I said, hey, let's get my sister to Star Seller. She needs help with her message response. Oh, well, maybe they can help you, but I am still on YouTube, so I'm not going to chat with you. That's okay. Oh, I am still live. Only for a few more minutes, though. So if you get on, I'll probably be saying goodbye soon. All right. Already. Bye. She goes, I just went on and it didn't say you were live. She was on earlier. Yeah, so that's funny. Yeah. So thank you for those that are messaging. It's really appreciated. I do list it and forget on Makari. I could sell more, I presume. I have sold many non-fresh items. Yeah, and the other thing is Makari, like you can't sell food, supplements. Like there's things I can sell on eBay, I can't sell on Makari. So I've got to be careful of that. And I don't know. My sales just have not really been there to make it even worth the couple clicks to list on Makari. My cat likes to try and get on my items that I'm trying to take pictures of. Yeah. When I was here yesterday, so I got my photo table here and I put my green screen, I cover it because it's white. And if he lays on it, he'll leave black hair all over. I've gone through so many of these things, taking off his hair. And I try and keep most of the stuff away from him so he can't lay on it or anything like that. He doesn't shed as much as my other cat, which he doesn't come down here that often. But Pip hangs out here with me if I'm down here, which you see him because I've showed you him. But he was up there yesterday laying on top of the green thing and he was scratching on something. I don't know. I'll have to get rid of. But yeah, thankfully he's not really good at leaving it. Like, he just didn't get on my stuff except for Monday because I had the stuff right next to me and he laid on top of it. I have a beagle that barks at every cat he sees. I would get a cat, but my kids are allergic. Yeah, I got a nephew who's allergic, and he used to come over and stay the night. Too much for him. Thank you about my sister's Etsy store. Yes, she was the first one to sell maple products on there, and if you ever order, if you need maple syrup, maple cream, which is really good, maple candy. Her maple candy isn't that. If you've ever had maple candy, if you haven't, you've got to try it. But her maple candy like melts in your mouth. It's almost the difference between eating Palmer brand chocolate and eating like a Lindt truffle, like a Lindt chocolate, right? It's just the quality are. If you buy them at a store, they are dipped in this like solution to preserve them, and it kind of crystallizes them, so it's like eating granule sugar. Hers is like putting a creamy mapley goodness in your mouth. It's so good. They're so good. So what she does really well on an Etsy is she calls them bumps and bruises. So when she's popping them out of her tray, if one has like an air bubble or maybe a little piece of the maple leaf cracks in the corner, a candy box, and that's what she sells so much of on Etsy. If you look at her reviews, she's got a lot of great reviews. People are just very happy with her stuff. She does a lot of wedding stuff too, for weddings. There is a shortage right now for nurses. Yes. So Christy, it was funny because Christy, I don't know if she's been watching lately my channel, but I've talked to her before. We've done some video conferences and I've talked to her on the phone trying to get her going with reselling. She was a nurse and she quit after work, and it just burnt her out. And I was thinking, man, if she ever wanted to go back into the nursing field and not be with COVID patients, but just nursing in general, they are paying like bonuses and everything. My sister was saying that if she wanted to go, I think it was Colorado, she could go and work for 13 weeks and you can make, it was a ridiculous amount of money, like 60,000 for 13 weeks of work. You could literally work 13 weeks for a whole year's worth of pay. Are you the older? So I'm the oldest sister. I have an older brother, and then there's me, and then I have another sister who is 9 months different from me, 9 months apart because she was an early baby. And then my sister Amy is the youngest. So I was born in 68 and she was born in 73. She was kind of almost like an only child because we had all grown up and moved out, and she had like her whole high school years she was the only child still out. Yeah, they are offering insane amounts of money. Yes, they are. Not sure if you saw my question asking how your Facebook business page is doing. They haven't approved my business page yet. It still says pending review. It has probably been like 5 or 6 weeks. I think I should look. I should have kept track of when I applied. I really do need to send them a message. I don't even know who to send a message to, right? Because there's no customer service on Facebook. I've said a bazillion times, once you get a business page, there becomes customer service. But I have not gotten anything, so I don't know. Don't know. I would have liked to have had it for Q4 though, but whatever. Do you promote your items on eBay? And if so, what percentage? All right, this is my last question because it's after 9 and I'm sure the beard is on. Yes, watch the bearded picker. He's talking right now. So I do promote, and I don't even know what my percentage is right now. I have tried a flat like 2 say or 3.2 because those are my two favorite numbers, 23 and 32. And I've also done trending, And then I've done trending +1, trending +2, but then I cap it at like a 10% or 12%, something like that. I've tried all those different ways. I've increased because you can do a bulk listing change, and I've gone in and I've done a bulk thing where I've said increase all my prices by 15%, and then I've promoted at 15%. I've tried, instead of ran a higher percentage of promoted. I've tried over the years, over the last couple of years, I have tried every type of thing that I can. I find that no matter what I do, I get a small bump in sales, but then everything just kind of levels out, no matter what my promoted is. And if I show you guys, let me look. I just want to pull up the page. I think it's going to show you this using. I think that's an issue. Let me just look at the page. It does give you the tracking number. You know what? I'm going to share it with you guys. I'm not that great of a channel, so I'm not worried about. All right, let me just take this off the screen so you guys can see. But I just want to show you. So currently I am promoting. I'll look and see what I'm promoting at. But look at, these are my sales this week. Sold via promoted. See right here in the green? So we're just going to look for that for all of them. Sold via promoted. Sold via promoted. That one wasn't. That one wasn't. Nope. Promoted. 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 I mean, like literally, like all these, everything, almost all of my sales this week, except for a couple, have been via promoted listings. Promoted, promoted. So yeah, by far, promoted, promoted. Like most of my orders are from promoted listings. So I would not, if you're sleeping on promoted listings, I wouldn't. And let me look and see what I'm promoting at. I'm always not sure. Do I go under advertising dashboard or promotions? All right, it must be this one right here, campaign 8. So I've got 1,400 in sales, $102 in fees. 76 items have sold under promoted since October 13th. So it's been almost a month. Let me see what my percentage is, because I change it around every now and then. Oh, so look at this. I'm at 15%. So this might be what I did. What I went in and I figured that if my Etsy does so well at 15% with offsite ads, I should try this 15%. So I'm doing automate the suggested ad rate, which means that it's not always going to be 15%. It's going to be whatever the trending is. I think this actually shows you. Yeah, so it'll show me, like, for this Afghan, right? The trending is 7.1 right now, 7.5. Like this movie would have been only 3.6. So even though it's at 15, doesn't mean it's actually going to sell at the 15, right? So I won't be charged the 15, because you can tell with my numbers. Cancel. That I'm not even at 10% overall. If we go back down here and we look, if my total sales are 1,400 and my ad fees are 102, right? Even 10% would have been $143, and it's not. So that's what I do. Well, you can see, look at all these campaigns, right? So here I did trending plus 3.2, trending plus 3. I did a jewelry, which is trending plus 3. This one I did all different based upon, or maybe it was the age of the item. I don't remember. Sometimes if it's been around for, let's say, a year, because I got stuff that's been out there for 3 years, then sometimes I'll do a higher percentage just to kind of clear that stuff out. Instead of running a sale, I've been trying to promote it higher so it shows up higher in the search results, because studies have shown that people buy from the first and second page. They don't usually go very further than that. So I will I'll do that. And we're resellers. We know how to use systems. We know how to search. We know how to sort by price. Like, we're just smart shoppers. When you become a reseller, you become a smarter shopper. There are a lot of people who are not smart shoppers, and they will look and they will just click on the first thing and buy it. Right? Some people don't care. My husband, he is one of them. He does not like to shop around. He will do a search and he will grab it and he will buy it. And I will be like, you could have gotten that for $100 cheaper. Like, I'm always telling him, like, shop around. So he's, sometimes he gets better and will ask, but because he just doesn't want to take the time. He just buys whatever. Just like McDonald's. He goes to McDonald's and I'm telling him all the time. So one day I went through and I think it was last week or the week before. I said, have you had their chicken sandwich yet? It's pretty good. So I said, let's go through. You can get a free chicken. No, you buy a chicken sandwich and you get a free fry and soda. And I said, I'll go through and get you one. I'm not doing fries right now because I'm trying to cut down on my carbs. So I got him one and he loved it. So yes, last week I was making something and he said, oh yeah, I went and got one of those chicken sandwiches from McDonald's. And I said, oh, do you use that coupon? All you have to do, literally just open your app up and it's right there. And he said, no, he paid full price, right? Like, jeez, you could have saved $5. All right. Sherry and I are going thrifting. Wish you were here. Oh, I'm jealous. All right. So Amy Raymond is my Vermont Maple sister. So if you haven't sent her a message, do it to get to that number. So please do it. Get her up. I was going to post the link again. I noticed that you do Etsy ads. So I told people, if you search for something, I didn't click on your Etsy ad. I almost did, Amy. You would have had to pay. You would have had to pay fees. Why is it not opening? Etsy. Oh, you know what? You ever do that? So I used the pot and changed it to eBay, and so it wasn't opening up. So these are her bumps and bruises. Let me give you guys this. So this, if you can go and ask her a question or just tell her something about these maple candies. Look at, how come you sent it in 2 different things? All right. Come on. Let's see. I mean, why are you giving me such a hard time? All right, I'm going to send this one more time. And I'll add it to the description of my video for those watching the replay. I got free. Yes, use the apps. That's what they're there for. There's always promotions that are good. All right, I'm going to say goodbye to you guys because I really want to go and watch Scott, and I wanted to be done by 9, and now I'm running late. So thanks so much for coming. Hey, before you leave, hit that thumbs up before you bounce and go over and watch the Bearded Picker if you're going to go watch him. Just know he does talk politics and COVID. So if those are touchy subjects for you, then you may not want to go watch him. But he usually has some good information in between all that stuff that is worthy of watching. All right. Have a great week, everyone. Bye for now, says Carlene, and I will double her sentiments. Talk to you guys later.